Happy Wednesday afternoon. Nothing. I shall just sit here and try and look, try and look glam. So, you know what we like. You know what we like. Hey up, tech, that's it. She's legged it now. So I'm sat here. I've got legs crossed, arms folded. It's just a lovely afternoon. As you can hear, Sue's got chocolates out. She hasn't now. She actually has. There's chocolate biscuits down there. No, empty. None. Not one chocolate biscuit has passed my lips in recent weeks. None at all. So I look like Minder here, so with me. My arms folded, don't I? So when you turn up, who are you? Where'd you come from? Let's be having all the gossip. So I'm looking at my camera there and I'm reading my comments there. So if you don't think I'm making eye contact with you, that's the reason why. So we've managed to go live on Instagram again. Woohoo! Getting good at this Instagram business. We've got Lal. Lal's watching. Sheila's watching. Oh, I've got to show you Sheila. We've moved on. So this here, that's Granny, right? But now we've got tummy buttons and curly whirlies. Is that not the cutest thing ever? I mean, okay, Granny drew the tummies, but the tummy buttons and curly whirlies were added by, oh, hang on, here's one that our little Moana did. Isn't that good? To say she's 3, I think that is a cracking drawing of me. I can see the likeness. It's the tummy button. So our resident artist is just going to appraise the drawings.
That's
so
perfect.
Look, we went from that.
Yeah, I can tell it's you. Yeah,
it isn't it. It's the hair. I think she's just given me a fringe. We went from that to that in like 5 minutes. 5 minutes with Granny the artist. You see, Sue over here, Sue flourishes her pen. I've said this before. She flourishes her pen and all this good stuff comes out. I just flourish my pen and ink comes out. So team effort. So Janet. Hiya, Janet. Yes, thank you, Janet. I don't get migraines often, but when you do, you do. Hi, Vanya. Are you going on holiday tomorrow, Vanya? Did I read? I haven't forgotten about you. It's just that I seem to have more. My to-do list seems to be bigger than my week to do it in. So I haven't forgotten about you, Vanya, and I will be ringing you up. But are you going on holiday tomorrow? I'm sure I read. So let me know. Oh, Margaret's in sunny Morecambe. Do you know, I bet it's gorgeous in Morecambe. It's a bit underrated, is Morecambe, isn't it? I mean, I remember going when I was a kid, and you'd Happy Mount Park. Yeah, that was great. Oh, you'd Frontierland back then as well. And just like paddly, fountainy things that you could just play in. And then after Mr. Blobbyland, it went poof. But I believe you're coming back with a new Eden Centre, which I think is the most exciting news that we've had for Yonky Poos. She drew a beard yesterday. I hope the beard wasn't on Granny.
And if so, where was it?
So me and you'll be falling out. We said it yesterday. Looking this way. And I'm repeating it again today. We could have a fallout. Hi, Fiona. Hi, Jules. Hi, Karen. Oh, Karen, we haven't seen you for a couple of weeks. How are you doing? And Sue, thank you, Sue. Yes, I am. Sunny in Blackpool too. Hey, we've got Morecambe and we've got Blackpool. We're working our way down the coast. Have we got Southport? Is Maeve in the building today, this afternoon? Jeanette. Oh, do you know what? Hang on. I've got me one contact lens in. I'm just going to blink my bad eye on my good eye. Jeanette, just say what I thought it said. I think you've missed an O off. Oh, Vanya's already in holiday, just arrived in Kos. Thank you. Well, I will not ring you while you're on your holidays. So bob me a message when you get back. In fact, you've got my number. So give me a ring when you get back and we'll get you sorted with everything. And Sharon, afternoon from sunny Bristol. So we are making our way down that west coast, starting at Morecambe, calling in at Blackpool, hopping over Southport because Maeve's not turned up yet, and into Bristol. So can we make our way around the coast? Wouldn't that be great if we've got all the way around the coast? That would just be hilarious. And then Karen slept through a few lives and then the internet was out of action. Well, Karen is from over the water, so we are I think we're global, aren't we? Hiya, Jules. Blue Sea today and Splash Park in Happy Mount Park. Yes, there is a splash park in Happy Mount Park. I remember taking our young man there. It was switched off that day. I was really disappointed. He's now 16 and that ship's sailed. But maybe Lal, next time you come down, we can have a little wander over to Happy Mount Park. Violet is way too hot. Went for a swim in the sea at 6:30 a.m. Ooh, hey, where's my thingamajig and me gone? I was out not long after you, Fiona. I was out just after 7 this morning and walked the boys and taking photographs because back at college. So we've done the filmmaking course. Now I need to learn how to use my camera. So I've been twice now. And the first week he taught us about 3 buttons that make like this triangle for lights. And then last night we had to practice it. And I've got to say, I hadn't practiced all week. I wasn't very good. So I went out this morning. I was out for 3 hours practicing the camera. So get ready to be amazed. Sheila Barron, you love Violet. Whereabouts in the country are you, Sheila? I think, are you up in the northeast? Hey, that's even further around the country we go, because if you're in the northeast, I'm kind of thinking you're not that far away from the coast either. So yeah, right. Anyway, has anybody got any news? Has anybody got anything to tell us that we don't know? Are you up to something? Are you going away? Vanya's already away. What news from the far-flung reaches of the British Isles and further away, if you're watching from further away, because we've had a couple of ladies from America in the last couple of months, haven't we? We have what was that lady called? Oh, I can't remember. She had an American-sounding name. What were it? I can't remember. Hey, Tech's hand's coming over. What have I done, Tech?
You're frozen on Instagram.
Oh, have I frozen on Instagram? Oh, do you know, I always freeze with a funny face. And when it's going to come back to, you know, like at the end of the film when we do the share thing, and then it puts a frame up of you, and I'm always like, or the eyes, always catches you, always without fail catches you, and you're like, oh, I smiled for ages at the end of that video, and look which image it's put up. So yes, Teesside. So you are quite near the coast. I actually had a little sneaky trip up to Teesside at the weekend. Well, Teesside above you. I went up into Northumberland, visited Emily. So lovely making the teapot bunting. Do you know, Fiona, for any of you haven't seen, and I'm going to share some of Fiona's work. She's given me permission to share. We did for the Platinum Jubilee, the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. We did some teapot bunting because Create and Craft asked us to do coronation things. Well, you know what we're like. We don't ever like fit in with somebody else's rules in that sense. So we decided that we would look at quintessentially British things. So we did a whole string of bunting, and it was teapots. Sue,
Yeah.
could you just have a look? In fact, Tech,
Yeah.
Could you have a look in that box in the corner, right where you stood? Turn around under the table. No, under the table. That box there may have some bunting with teapots in. If it has, could you bring it? And I'll brag, because you can't see Fiona's now, so I'll brag with mine, but yours did look better than mine, I think. So Vanya says, you know I just found you, but I'm loving your creations. I'm going to have a little chat to you about your heart as well and help you out. So this is the teapots. Now, Fiona's done So we did a string of different teapots, but when you do your own, you can do them all the same or just pick your favourites or whatever. So we did all these different teapots. Look, that one we did. My string's a bit tangled. We did this one, and we did this one. Do you know what this one reminds me? It's a bit Victoriana, isn't it? You know, like oops. You know, like in the 70s and 80s when we were all collecting china. It's a bit Victoriana. I love that shape. And this one is a bit kind of up that alley as well. A bit more coffee pot, that one, isn't it, really? And then this one's your everyday teapot. Love it. Let me show you up there. Love it. So lots of teapots. And the way that you get them to be stiff is, and there's lots of different products on the market, Fiona's indeed using a different one, is Bosal Inarform. That's what keeps them rigid and stops them falling over. Now, Fiona, I'm going to share something with you now. I'm going to move your skills on a bit, just in case you've never done this before. So these teapots here are single-sided, yeah? So what we do, and if you've got any of our applique patterns that use this method, this Bosal method of applique, you'll know this. So you draw your design on the calico, and then you use that as your stitch line. So you're stitching, everything builds on the wrong side at the bottom. Yeah, you're stitching on there. So you're like, oh, well, how can I make it double-sided? Because if it's double-sided, I need some calico on this side and I haven't got it. You don't need it. And I'll tell you why. Because you've got your stitch lines on this side. If you if you stitch on your stitch lines, build in another layer of fabric underneath, so you'd have good fabric there and you'd be covering up that, then you'd get double-sided, which as I say, isn't. But the beauty of double-sided is you can then hang it somewhere where it can be viewed from both sides. So look, Vanya, will you be restock that, or is it sold out? You mean the teapot bunting? In our farm, we can sort you, but the Bosal in. So let me just get my teeth in. Bosal is a make, just like Gutermann or Moda is a make. Pardon, Sue?
Do you want a piece?
Oh no, thank you. So it's a make, it's a brand, and under that heading of Bosal, one of the many products they do is called Inarform, and it's IN hyphen R hyphen form FORM. So we'll get you sorted, Doreen. So if you Inarform, that's what this is. But there's another thing called Styleville, which is same but different, and there's other things as well. So where were we going there? I've forgotten. But the Inarform gives you that stiff bit, and the best thing about the bunting is, if you've been using your Inarform and you're doing bags and things like that, you've often got pieces left over that are this kind of size, and then you can just use them up for these kind of projects, and then it's a bit like a free project. So you know, if you've got, I don't know, if you bought any of our 10-inch squares, great thing to use them as. But the decoration, the applique on there, I mean, we were doing a particular set of fabric and showcasing that here, so we were all pastels. If I was doing this for myself, I would probably use a bit stronger colour on the appliques than these, personally. But then I say personally because your personally might be to go this way. So yeah, this one's stitched up, so that's just taking it in a different. Oops, let me get the light right. That's just taking it in a different way. But these, fantastic. How many buntings have we done now, Sue? We've done
quite a few.
We've done a few, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what my favourite one was, and it was so easy. The harvest bunting.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first one we did, and we did dead easy because it was like mainly round. Apple, pear, pumpkin, grapes. That was probably the most tricky one, wasn't it? The grapes. But then instead of using ribbon like these, we used some gnarly old rustic wired string, which it didn't hang in a nice kind of like this ribbon is nice like that. It was gnarly and it bent, and because it had wire in it, you could move it how you wanted. I think that's my favourite. Which is your favourite bunting?
I think the butterflies.
Yeah, the butterflies are nice. We didn't use Bosal in our form in those though, did we?
No, we didn't, did we? No.
I'm trying to think what else we've used it in. So have you made any of our bunting, and if so, which one do you use? Fiona might do that and use a floral cotton. Right, before you use your floral cotton, I'm just going to say, okay, if you are, I'm dropping them on the floor. If you are using the good side as a drawing side, it's possible that when you're quite talented, Fiona, so I've no doubt you'll make this work, but just be aware that the second side you do may end up the better stitched side, because that would have to. How do you feel? In fact, Sue's the expert. Sue, come here a sec. Come and have a little conflab. Oops, move curtains. You can see our housekeeping there. Come on, get yourself in camera. You can see. Right, so interview with Sue. So I feel like I need a microphone. We'll go all 70s.
Go on then.
So Sue, how
Yeah.
are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Are you going on your holidays soon?
I am. I'm going to the Emerald Isle.
Ooh, Karen, she's coming over to a place near you. No, so you are the queen of doing this Bosal stuff,
Right.
So if you're going to do a double-sided, have you got any top tips?
Let me see. Well, you would just do it like you've done the first side, but you'll use these stitch lines to follow.
So when you're stitching on these stitch lines here, do you end up with it looking as good both sides?
Yeah.
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 And do you stitch actually on the stitch lines?
On the stitch line.
Uh-huh. Do you have to be in any way careful about, I don't know, so like on here, what Sue's done is she's done, see if you can, this one looks better because it's got a little bit of fray on it.
Right.
Can you see? You could do it all in one piece, but to get that effect of the spout and the handle being like round the corner, you've put that on first, haven't you? The spout and the handle.
Spout and the handle, yes.
And then you've put the body of the teapot on.
Yeah.
So if you were doing your second side,
I do it the same way.
yeah, but would you end up with lots of stitching there on this one? Or would you not? So like on your spout, you're going to go around your outside.
Yeah, you just go around the outside. You don't need to go on the inside.
So you wouldn't need to do that on your second
No.
one. Right, so the only time you'd sew over that bit is when you put the main body on.
Yeah.
You
See, I'm not as daft as I look.
Well, I'm saying nothing.
Mm.
So if you were like decorating your applique, do you tend to keep it the same on both sides?
I think you'd have to.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I can see that if it's stitched, let's turn that round. If it's stitched, you've got your stitch line there, so you would need to.
Yeah, but if you're embroidering it, you could do it differently.
You could. Let's just hold it up a bit higher. Yeah, I'll come in close. So if you're doing hand stitching to decorate, oops, you can put that on afterwards because you don't need to go through all the layers.
No.
So you have done, but only for like ending off because we weren't thinking about it in both sides. But just make sure that you knot some things between the layers, and you would get. You don't have to do double-sided, by the way, but it's just, like you've done this, and I know particularly you, Fiona, you're always wanting to move things on. So, oh, hi, Mo. It's very sweet, isn't it? So we enjoyed that. Rule Britannia, we called the set, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it had this, and it had, the crown on the cushion. Donald and Jacqueline were in it. Oh, the telephone box was in it.
Telephone box, yes.
What else did we? We did tablecloth.
We did.
We did a pre-purchased tablecloth, and then did in each corner we did the flowers for England, Ireland, Scotland. I know this because I just put it away in the last couple of days.
Yeah, we did.
Can't think what else was in there. Oh, there was a tea cosy with a cake stand on. That I quite liked that. That was sweet.
It was very English.
It was. Oh, we did the bag with the hexagons.
We did.
What was it called?
Was it English flowers?
It was English
flowers.
hexagons, but we did the hexagons on the machine
Mm.
using Inar foam, and again, because it's hexes, you only need small bits.
Mm.
Don't throw your Inar foam away. If you've got
Mm.
bits left over, that's a top teapot. Sarah loves a teapot. Well, you've plenty to choose from here, girl. You've got, oops.
But can I just say, if you want to do the back just plain with tweed, you can do. You don't have to put all the little bits on.
Yeah.
Just put it
I
on
think
and sew around
Fiona
it.
mentioned that she's going to floral cotton. Oops, floral cotton.
Flora,
there.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've got to
Very
say,
nice.
this new streaming stuff that I'm using, if I've scrolled up the messages and then I leave my cursor kind of hanging there where I've left it, the message it's hovering on, I'll show you, disappears. It kind of greys out.
Mm.
So if you're ever commenting and I miss you, the possibility is that I've left the cursor on and I haven't seen it. Oh, Shirley's in Portchester. Where's Portchester? Do you know?
Portchester, it's down south. It's near. It's in
Quiz team.
Hampshire.
In Hertford, Hereford,
I
Hampshire.
think, is it Hampshire? Portchester, yeah, I'm sure it is.
What have we done? Oh, new comment. Oh, I like this. Margaret. I met Sue on a 4-night holiday in Shropshire. She was with 2 friends and told me all about quilting antics. What a talented lady.
Did
She
I?
went dancing on the
I?
tables with the tassels out.
Where
Was
was
she?
that then, Margaret? Shropshire? Oh, Margaret, yes, I do remember you, yeah.
So you'll have to fill in the gaps now.
Yeah, Margaret was on her own, and there were 3 of us, and Margaret sat with us.
And what were you doing in Shropshire? Can
We
you
went to
remember?
Ironbridge.
Oh, yeah.
Went to Ironbridge.
You did.
Yeah. Oh, Margaret, are you okay? You're keeping all right? Good. Yeah.
It's a dementia test. See if she can remember, really.
No, I can remember.
I'm only joking,
Yeah.
Sue.
Yeah, we had a laugh, Margaret, because the hotel was so dreadful.
I remember when you came back,
Yeah.
you were outraged, weren't
We
you?
were. But it ended up being funny because it was so bad.
Is it a bit like Fawlty Towers?
Worse.
See, I can imagine you in Fawlty Towers. Which character would you be?
Oh, Polly.
Do
Polly.
you know what? You're going to fall over in a minute. That's who I had in my mind too.
Oh, is it?
Sue and I never agree on any opinions. If I say I like black, Sue likes white. If Sue likes pink, I like blue, and so on and so forth. But just lately, it's been a bit scary, hasn't it?
It has.
We've like
Yeah.
been morphing into each
We
other.
have. That's
Hey,
just
next week you could take this lesson. I could have a Wednesday off.
I'll be in the Emerald Isle.
Oh, hey, streaming anywhere in the world.
Well, possibly.
Yeah.
We haven't got Wi-Fi.
Oh, I'm sure Mike could invent something.
Can I go and get on with my bag?
Go on then.
Oh.
I'll tell you what Sue's up to. We have got Bag Club coming up in May. And so Sue is ahead of her holidays, is designing the new bag. And I can't show you, I can't even give you a sneaky peek. Not a jot. It's completely and utterly under wraps. So as is the last one that we did as well, because that one hasn't come out yet. So if you're interested in joining Bag Club, get in touch. There's quite a few of you in it now. So let me have a look at the messages. Margaret says, the worst hotel ever. Yes. I wonder if it's still in business. Janet keeps all the bits of Bosel and other weddings in a separate box. Sometimes zigzags pieces together to make a new one. Hey, right up our alley. In fact, you zigzagged some together last week, didn't you?
Pardon?
Pieces like wadding and Bosel, we just zigzag them together.
Yeah.
So top tip, if you've got like bits left over, don't throw them away. So I don't know, let's have a look. If you get 2 bits, yeah, so butt them up there, butt them up, no overlapping, no seams together and sewing. No. You're going to butt them up like that, and then you're going to do a big zigzag, big nice wide long zigzag, 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 zigzag. Do it. Don't make your thread too loud if you're using a light coloured outer fabric, but you'll all of a sudden you've got big pieces of Bosal again, or in-our foam, or wadding, or whatever it is, Styleville that you're using, any of the above, and that's that. And yeah, so oh, and I'll tell you what I'd like to do while we're on this live, and I don't think anybody's watching from there because I've seen names pop up, but I would like to extend the biggest congratulations in the world to our friends at Empress Mill who've just had a baby boy this week. I'm so excited to go and meet him. So congratulations to Charles and Vicky, and obviously Christine and Sophie too. So yeah, that's like the best news ever. She just posted photographs last night, so it's out and it's official. So so that's Empress Mills for you. I know lots of us shop at Empress Mills. Well, I do. So yeah, right. Anyway, Friday. What we're doing Friday, Tech? We've got an idea. Pardon? Wobblers. So Tech has been. She's not just Tech, you know. She's mistress of everything. I'm going to give you a sneaky peek. And these wobblers, right? The last time we did them on TV were, I can't remember if they were 40 quid or 50 quid. They're in line with a jelly roll, but what we're going to do them at this time, 25. Should we knock them down to 25? Bargain, 25 quid. Now I'm not selling them right now. We haven't tied them up so that I can do this, so we can have a thing. So wobblers, there's lots in. There's all different weights in them. They're so much of a muchness, but they're all different as well. So what you get in a wobbler, and we've got other cuts of like you know, remnants stuff as well. What that's the herringbone, that one. What you get in a wobbler, you get 22 strips. Each strip is at least 2.5 inches wide and is approximately 70 centimeters long. Don't hang us out to dry if the measurement isn't exactly 70 centimeters. You might get one that's 75 and you might get one that's 68, that kind of thing. But there's all these different fabrics in here, so all different weights. That one's got, it changes all the way up. This is just one of them. So this one, that's 5 inches wide, that one. I know that because it's one we had left over from doing a charisma. Now, you think about your jelly rolls that you buy, and a cotton jelly roll, I'm not sure what they are now, but if you're getting one that's up to the minute, I think they're 50 quid easily. I know there's cheaper ones and sometimes there's offers on things and all the rest of it, but 25 quid for these, cracking price because it's 100% wool. It's £100 a metre fabric. So you'll get all sorts in, and I thought we'll go through them on Friday night. How many do you guesstimate we've got there? There's not a massive amount, is there? So I'm going to guess that there's about 20. So we can go through 22. And oh, what a guess, 22. We can go through, you can have a look at the colours, and you can put your name on them if you want. So as I say, there's all sorts in here, all different weights. We've left them, you'll get them and we'll tie them up for you, but just so that we can show you, because I thought, how do I show the wobblers? Like when we did the TV with them, we'd take them on. Can you pop a wobbler in with my tweed club? Oh, go on then, just for you, Fiona. Could you make a note of that, please? In fact, anybody who wants one now, put your name here, the 25 quid. There will be postage on top, which is 4 quid. Yeah, so I've lost my thread now. So when we did Create and Craft, they were all different, and you only got to see the one or two that I took to the studio with me. But Friday night, I thought we can go through. So Fiona, do you want this one? This one that I'm showing you now. Then you've seen what you've got. As I said, that's nice. It's burgundy. I like this one myself. So there's all weights in this. You get 22 pieces that are at least 2.5 inches wide. And if we go back to these two here, I can tell you they are 5 inches wide. So, I'll just get some names written down. Jeanette, have I got your email address? Golly. Golly, there's going to be no need for Friday night at this rate. Right, let's have a look. Just a seckie. Vanya, I want, don't send through mixed colours first. Right, Vanya, what I'll do, I'll put you onto one side, and when you come back off your holidays, give me a call, let me know, because there's no point sorting you out while you're on holiday and then you can't accept the post. So we will save you one, Vanya. I think so. Yeah, just send me a private message, Jeanette, just to be on the safe side. So let me hang on. Margaret Webster. There will on Friday be other things as well. So we've got some long raggies, we've got some raggy gold dust, and whatever else we can find. So I won't do any invoices until after Friday, because if you decide you want something else then, or you want to double up, you might as well just have one postage. So I won't be doing I won't do invoices before Friday. Oh my word. So where have we got? Vanya, Janet Earl, Margaret Webster. Oh, Tech's ahead of me. Tech's ahead. I'll just sit here and look pretty. Oh, gormless, whichever way you're looking. But yeah, what I was saying, so your jelly rolls are 2.5 inches wide. This straight away is 5 inches. So if it isn't 2.5 inches wide, it's not getting in here. But these are, you know, a lot wider. And then you've got, you can see the blue one down here. That's not quite 5 inches, but it's definitely over 2.5. So great for piecing, great for applique. Any of your jelly roll books and you know your stuff in there. If you're a woolly person and you like your woolies, these will translate into. I mean, some of the designs, if there's lots of points meeting, you can do them, but as a newbie, I might be cautious about doing them. There we go. So that's that. And I will say as well, Vanya, because I know I've got you on here. This month's bag club, because we are aware that you're a newbie, we have designed it with newbies in mind. So it's kind of like a lesson from your sampler quilt class, all wrapped up in a bag. So that's quite exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, so where are we? Let me see if I've just missed any messages out, because I think I did. Excuse me while I'm closed down and opened up again, I believe. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, Friday, Fiona says maybe we could do some in our form patterns. Yeah, we could do that. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it this Friday, and the reason is because we've got Huggins. So probably I need to buy a bit more in our forming as well before I do that one. But we can certainly have a look. We do heaps of Christmas ones that use the in our form. So I will pull a few things out, and because Vanya asked if we'd do book covers as well, so that's something else that's on the list. So I thought one Friday, rather than I won't be doing like a full pattern on book cover, but just a basic book cover, just to show you how simple they are, and then you can do your decoration, you know, any way you please. So oh my word, this is not where I saw this afternoon going, but I enjoyed myself. So what else have we got to think? Oh, I've got a date for Sewing Street. Did I tell you last week? I can't remember. Or was I going to tell you on Friday? It is the last Friday in May. I did tell you last week. I did. So Vanya, don't worry about a thing. When you come back off your holes, we'll get the whole thing sorted out, everything. So don't worry about a thing for now. I haven't forgotten about you, and we'll get you sorted. When are you back, by the way? That's a good place to start. So yeah, but don't worry, don't worry about a thing. It'll all be all right. So any patterns that will be fantastic, they can go with my raggy. So, are we all right over there, Tech?
Yep, whatever.
So, right, anyway, so I'm floundering now. I've no to say. We've had a good winter, haven't we? So, is it time, ladies, to get back in the garden? Whether you be down on your hands and knees in the muck, whether you be like Vanya on a sunbed with a glass of something nice looking fab in your bikini or whatever you've got on. For me, it's my invisibility cloak. So whether you be slonking in the garden with a glass of something cold, or you be on your knees working up a sweat under a bush somewhere, she's back next week on Friday. Ooh, I might just text you some messages, Vanya. Just I will text you because you might not get back in time for what I want you for, but we can sort you. So right, okie dokie. So I'm tying myself in knots now, so I'm going to end, and I'll see you all from 6:30 on Friday evening. So lots of love for now. See you all later, and thank you so very, very much for joining me. Bye.